Megaforce here, and today we're going to start work on a Gokaiger Red, Super Megaforce Red, whatever you prefer. I'm sure you've already seen my videos. I do have one. It was bought off Etsy, I believe, a long time ago. I don't know who the model maker. It might have been Nelly's Cosplay. I don't want to speak ill of Nelly's Cosplay, but I'm not sure. I was part of his Patreon for a while, and he kind of like disappeared for 6 months, and I've never heard from him, and I left. But I don't know if he made all his models, and that's all I'm going to say about that. But here we have a 3D Command Center model, which just by printing it, it looks better. This printed beautifully. I didn't take the supports off yet. I'm going to save that for the video. So it could be horribly scarred in here and ugly, but I think it'll be okay. Just the way it lines up and everything is beautiful. I'm redoing this because I'm buying a Gokaiger costume, Gokaiger Red, and I just want to make sure my helmet looks the best. And my other one's not bad, but it was back when I didn't quite understand how to paint stuff. Not good, because I still can't paint stuff good, but better. There's no lining on it or anything, and I could probably fix it up, make it look okay, but I just really like this model better than the one I had. I think it's more true to the screen accurate. So we're gonna do this. I'll make a video about it. Hopefully, I haven't ordered the costume yet, so it's like 4 to 6 weeks out. That's a long time to finish a helmet for me, but you never know. Maybe I'll do a reveal with it all together at the end, but we'll see. But yeah, let's get started on this. Okay, and here I am just removing supports. They all kind of came off in one big piece, so it's actually really simple and real clean, so it's always a plus. Next, I'm going to move on to some epoxy sculpt to do the chin here, just to get it smooth. And I'm just using water to smooth it out and feather it. And I'll let that dry for about at least a day, sometimes a week, and then I'll move on to some 100 grit sandpaper here and do the entire helmet. I started with 60 grit to get rid of the Z-seam on the back, and then moved on to 100 here. After that, we'll move on to our first coat of filler primer. And we'll let this dry for about a day at least. Move on to some 200 grit sandpaper. After that, we got one more coat of filler primer here. We'll move on to my favorite part, wet sanding. Just using 400-500 grit sandpaper here to get the surface as smooth as I possibly can. And after that, I'll rinse it off and let it dry, and move on to the base coat here. Since this is gloss paint, I'll let it dry for about a week at least before I move on to any other painting on it. I'm also doing my SPD Greens Sirens on here as well. And after that, we'll mask it and do the gold outlining. after that dries, I'm just going to use a black acrylic paint marker here to do the detail lines. And I'll also use a silver acrylic paint marker to do the emblem on the front. After we get that all done, it's time to clear coat. Okay, there is Gokaiger Red, Super Megaforce Red, top coated. Got a couple runs. I tried to get them out with masking tape and then recoated it. It's not the best, but I'm working on it. I'm trying to get better at painting. I'm gonna tell you right now, I'm not the best. This looks a lot better than my older one. I'll show you at the end of the video, of course, but I'm really happy with how it's looking. Hopefully it looks pretty delicious when it's all dry. It looks like it has a nice clear coat all over it. I mean, obviously, but yeah, I think it turned out nice so far. Again, we're not out of the clear yet. We gotta see what happens. Hopefully it dries and we don't get any more runs, but next we'll move on to the visor and the magnets and elastic. Okay, top coat dry, turned out really nice, really happy with it, can't wait to see it all together. Time to do the visor now. Gonna do the same thing I did for my Super Megaforce Yellow, Gokaiger Yellow, whatever you want to call it. I got some paper in here with some masking tape on the inside to push it out, make sure it goes around the curve, and then we'll just trace this, cut it out. I always add a little bit, like a 1/4 inch or something around the edge, because you can always take away, but you can't add. It's very important. And then we will trace it onto some visor plastic I tinted with window tint, cut it out, hot glue it in, magnets, elastic. So let's get to it. Oh boy, my lovely friends. Oh boy, I am very stoked about this thing. Wow. This might be one of the nicest helmets I ever made, going to be honest. I don't like this little bit of blue up here, but I could put some acrylic red on there, it'd be fine. Like I said, it's super hard to get everything to line up perfectly. It's just the name of the game. I've seen professional helmets that don't even line up perfectly, so I'm all right with it. Man, can't wait to show this one off, but we'll do the spin around, don't you worry. We'll even do a comparison to my older one. I did a long time ago, probably about 3 years now. So, yeah. And for everyone worried about, oh, I don't want to make visors because I can't, vacuum form them. I mean, if you look, I get it. I understand they are better, but we got, you know, it's like 1/8 of an inch there. Everything else is pretty tight. And you can't tell the difference. Looking straight on, you won't be able to. Even from the side, it's really not that bad. Again, I get it. I'd like to be able to vacuum form things, and that might be a summer project coming up. Though this will probably be out in the summer, so it might already be done by the time you actually see this. But I used some of my daughter's floor mats we used to have in her play area that we got rid of. That's why the magnets are in weird, crazy purple foam that I cut out of the star. But yeah, we will get this thing on the round table. All right. So there it is. This. Oh boy, I love this. This is fantastic to me. I mean, it might not be the best looking to you, but this is what I've always wanted since I was a kid. And I did make another one. I have him up here. They're different models, so I'll give it that. But I made this probably about 3 years ago, and I made this week. So you can see I got a little bit better. Still not the best, I guess, but it's certainly a step up. I think it looks better in every regard. Yeah, for sure. Still unsure about why my back keeps sliding up a little bit. I thought I fitted it close enough. Slide that back up there. I thought I fitted it close enough that this wouldn't pop up, but I could probably always fix that by taking the elastic out and redoing the magnet. So not a big deal. I remade this because, like I said earlier, I wanted to make, or not make, because I can sew, but I can't sew. So I'm probably going to buy a Gokaiger Red outfit. So I wanted a much better helmet if I'm going to wear a whole, cosplay with it. So this was my answer to that, and I am very happy. I would not be embarrassed to wear this around. So I hope you enjoyed watching this. Again, if you want to see any helmets made, let me know. See what we can do. Comment, like, subscribe. Have a new video every 2 weeks if you want to make sure you don't miss any. And thanks for watching, and have a wonderful day.